Okay.
Hello, and welcome to your We Believe in Freedom Monday Night Team Call. We're so glad that you could all join us tonight. Now, it's February the 3rd, 2020. Little housekeeping, just mute yourself. If you do have a question or a comment, there's a little chat feature at the bottom. Just click on that, and you can put a question or comment in there, and we will take care of you. My name is Ariana Munker, and I'm speaking to you from my windy home in the Hollywood Land Hills of Los Angeles, California. So we gather once a week to share victories, inspire each other, and just learn a thing or two about how to live a life that we truly love. And today, it's my honor to introduce to you to the woman who has made all these calls possible over the years. Now, she is an Isagenix Club Legacy member. She's 8-star platinum, 6-star crystal executive. You know, that's a lot of ideas, but really what it means is she has transformed many, many, many people's lives. And it is my honor to hand the call over to you, Kathy Helwig.
Thank you, Ariana. You're always so sweet. Gosh, I am so excited about tonight. We've got so many new people on the call, and I'm thrilled about that because if we're not growing, we're dying, right? Let me start the call off with some announcements, and then I've got some great celebrations to share with you. So you may have noticed that there is a Valentine's Day promotion, and it started today, and it's only a 3-day promotion, today through Wednesday. And what you can do is you can buy 3 boxes of Isadelight Super Chocolate, and then you get 1 box free. So that's like a $40 savings. And the only thing is you want to put those 4 boxes in your order basket, and then you use a promo code of VDAY20. And I think I'm going to mute somebody here and make sure there's no background noise. Great. Okay. So Isadelights, if you love Isadelights, show me. You love it? Anyway, you want to do that before the end of the day Wednesday. I've learned some I've gotten some clarity on some of the promotions that we've got going on. You know, we've got the Crystal Executive Reset, which is awesome because many of us have already achieved Crystal Executive, or we're on our way to it, but we might have missed the deadline for the great bonuses that we get. And Isagenix has reset that. So we all have an opportunity to earn those bonuses again or still. And so one thing I got clarity on, because we're in an ISA rally that we've got 4 teams on ISA rally. Imy's got 2, I've got 1, Lynn's got 1, and we're all going, you know, we're just going to really put our all into the ISA rally, where you earn points based on enrollments and rank advancements. So the cool thing about it is with the ISA rally and the executive reset, if you've already become an executive and you're achieving manager, director, and executive again, then that goes towards your points for ISA rally. And naturally, if you've never achieved those ranks and you do it for the first time, those points go toward it as well. So that was a really cool discovery today. Another promotion that just started is preferred customers do not pay an enrollment fee anymore. The enrollment fee is actually charged when they become an associate. But we had a question, you know, when you become an associate and you watch a video, the company automatically gives you 2 free enrollment codes. And before, we would give those to our new customers as we enrolled them. Well, instead, when they switch over to associate, you want to make sure that the first 2 that you do, if you have 2 codes, is make sure they have a code to put in order to save that $29 enrollment. So just want to clarify that. I wanted to celebrate tonight because we had a big week last week. we had 2 people become consultants, and that is Sharon Mulkin and Andrea Duras. And I'm not sure if Andrea's on, but let me get Sharon unmuted. And where is she? There she is. Are you there, Sharon? It's not unmuting. Oh.
I did it from my,
Sharon.
hi. I'm not sure how to get the camera going, but
Well, that's okay.
I got my new phone set up, so now you don't have all the crunching.
Oh.
That was my dog's tail hitting the door that was pounding earlier.
Well, so Sharon enrolled just before Christmas, I believe. And so it really hasn't been that long, but she's been accumulating volume, and she enrolled 3 people last week. And because of the cycles and the bonuses, she earned $362 last week. So is that awesome or what? So congratulations, Sharon. Do you want to share anything about what your experience has been with sharing with your family and friends?
It's been easy because everyone has seen the change and noticed it. I can literally lift up my shirt and show them my curve instead of my bubble. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, it's people are noticing, and it's not hard to share it when they're noticing. And makes it a lot easier. I don't want to have to try to sell anything. I just want to help people become healthier, and I know, most of my friends I know the ones that desire to, but they were just like me and didn't know how to get there.
Right.
So I just share what has worked for me, and it might not be for everybody, but it worked great for me and my husband. So that's.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations. I'm really excited to be supporting you on this journey. And it's, what's really cool about this, guys, is you make so many new friends, lifelong friends in this business. And so I only met Sharon back in November, or maybe it was September. And we just become terrific friends. So, and then I don't think Andrea's on, but Andrea was another one that, Andrea, if you are on, speak up. So, but she became a consultant last week as well. And so we're on our way with the ISA Rally team. So, there's something I really wanted to talk about tonight. And it's something I've really kind of talked a lot about in the last couple of months. But I do that because it is so, so important. When you're embarking on something that's going to change your life, whether it's with your health or your finances, or your relationships, anything in life, you really want to have a clear idea of what you want it to look like. And we've been getting training from Dave MacArthur, who's just a genius at utilizing the principles that help us achieve whatever it is that we want. And one of those principles is being able to visualize what you want. And so I know that there's some people who have really dug in and done the work, about journaling your vision, writing affirmations down on 3x5 cards, reading them every morning. It is so key. You have to develop a discipline to do that, because what happens is you create a whole new identity. And when you're actually looking to create, maybe you're looking to replace an income, maybe you're looking to just bring additional income into your household. Maybe your relationships just need to improve, Maybe you'd like to have extra time. Maybe you'd like to organize your time. There's just so many things that if you really take a look, there's things that you can actually shift in your life by being absolutely clear with what you want, writing it down, reading them every day, feeling the feeling of how it feels to be in that place. Because you have to create that identity for yourself now. You can't do the work and achieve to that level and then have that identity. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, Ariana, do you have some thoughts about that?
Oh my goodness. I tell you, I've had successes and then I've had flat times just in all my life, just as a general idea. And then I look now with this new idea of who am I? Who do I think I am right now? And I can even ask that simple question when I'm in the car driving, and somebody cuts me off. And in that moment, I'll have like an attitude about, you cut me off, that was my right. And then I'm thinking, what identity do I have right now? Why do I think I'm better than the other person? I think part of it is, my identity was I was frightened, right? So I think, well, why was I afraid? Well, because the person drove in a way that I couldn't anticipate. So what I end up doing though is finding compassion for myself, compassion for the driver, because I don't know why they were driving like that. Most people want to drive well, right? They don't want to do that to each other. So in that moment though, I got to reclaim for myself some compassion and love and commitment to man. Because what I have found is when my identity is negative, and it's not hard for that to happen. There's so many things out there that trigger me. As long as that identity is based on what's happening on the outside, I will never have control over it. But when I have my identity, like Kathy's talking about, like create this identity and talk to yourself every morning. This is my new identity. And it might change, or work with Kathy. She's so brilliant, by the way, at bringing out your deepest, like who you are, like your true identity. And when you have that identity and you can talk to it, you actually start to transform your day. I don't know how it happens. Things show up in a way that almost looks like a miracle. If Lynn Lapp is on the phone, she'll tell you that for her, she's been doing this like now for the last month or so, or 2 months. And she says it's crazy, the little joyful, magical moments that are coming into her life, where she never would have expected that. So when you have an identity that is filled with love and light and purpose, you will draw those things to your life. You just will. It doesn't happen instantly, but if you keep at it, it really does happen.
Yeah, it's almost like magic, but it's not, because it's really a law, a law of the universe, and laws don't change. They work. But they also work in the negative if you don't use them. So, Lynn, are you there? I think I saw her.
I'm here. Yeah. I have noticed, I've been listening to Dave MacArthur for, I guess a couple months now. And, really changing some of the things that I've been doing, because I've been doing Isagenix now for 14 years. Going on 15. And so I love his training because it's really helping me to rethink, what I'm doing, how I'm spending my day, and to really change that identity or things that I'm perceiving that why they're not working, so I can say like, okay, what am I not doing to make myself move forward? What put me in the place I am today? And so I'm changing those things. And one of the big things is doing my little cards, which I started, really putting these little affirmation cards and vision cards on paper. It's like I've written goals before, but to be honest with you, how many times do I really look at them? Yeah, I see a goal, like I want to be somewhere at the end of the year. Well, September, I look at it like, wow, I'm not too much closer, but now it's a daily thing that I'm looking at every single day and reading. And I've seen just a shift in the last, probably a week or so, whereas I'm reading this, I'm like getting a little emotional, like, wow, this is really like coming into my heart even more. So I love it. I challenge you guys to, listen to Dave MacArthur's training and really start putting down your affirmations and what you want to expect with your business. I'm looking for 5 new business builders, things like that, people that are on fire, excited, for this opportunity. And so when we put it out there, these people are going to be drawn to us. I had 2 in the last week just off of a Facebook post that I made. So, it's like all of a sudden I kind of becoming the magnet of people that are expressing interest. So I'm loving it. So these little tiny things are making a big change for me. Yeah.
Lynn, would you be so kind as to read one of your cards?
Do you want an affirmation or do you want a vision?
You choose. Actually, I want people to hear both,
Okay.
because an affirmation always starts with, I am so happy and grateful. And it
Right.
you want to say it as if it's already happened.
Yep. Let me find a good one. I am so happy and grateful that now that I'm an Isagenix millionaire and I use my wealth wisely to bless the lives of others, building the kingdom of God and having fun and travel with my family. So again, he says you have to put it out there. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've, achieved whatever cycle amount you want. But then you have to make sure it has feeling attached to it, as well as, I'm a millionaire because I'm helping my team to grow. So you always have to back it up. Like, how am I making that happen? Well, I'm going to help my team to grow. Right. And so,
And
well,
so
what
let me interject.
Yeah.
Lynn is leaving for London this week.
Yes. Friday.
And she, if you don't mind me saying this, she didn't know for sure how she was going to make it happen to be able to pay for it.
Yeah.
And that was solved.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's because she really put the law into work.
Yeah. And I do have my little trip to London card here, and I put pictures on them, and I had put down, I'm so happy and grateful that we're going to London, England. And I did this probably 2 months ago. And then I put it on a card, once I started making my cards, and that's coming true. So now my new one is, I'm so happy and grateful to connect with and sign up an amazing business builder in London, because we are in London now. She's on fire and excited to build with me. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And my income vision, happy and grateful now that I'm a, 6-figure earner, making over 60 cycles a week. So my income grows every week, and I'm excited as I help my team create financial freedom for their families also. And then I've also put a couple of my leaders, who are actually 2 of them are on the call here. And you guys are on my vision board, or my vision card, because I put down, I'm an Isagenix millionaire, but I put down on my card that John is now a 6-figure earner, getting close to being a millionaire. Kim's a millionaire. So it's exciting, So you guys are on my card, my vision card.
But it's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's really cool is just today, I keep adding. I see you've got a lot of cards, and I imagine you just have added them as you go, as you think of them. And because I don't have nearly as many as you, I've got, I don't know, probably a dozen. And so these are my cards. But I just thought of something today that I wanted to add a card for, and it has to do with me having a voice, and having a bigger voice. So I haven't created that card yet, but it's.
I will add too that I put it out there that I wanted to go to London, and so my husband, I've signed him up way early. He's on my left leg near the top of my tree 14 years ago. And he was a consultant at one time, but we order on his site, order on my site. And the volume just kept building, because I've kept 100 on his site for 14 years now. So if you can imagine, he's got over 2 million, almost 3 million points on one leg. Okay, so all I had to do was to create a consultant. So I signed up my last 2 people and put them on his left and his right. And cha-ching, we made almost $1,300, which paid for my trip for London. So it's cool. I love Isagenix.
There's abundance available to everyone with this compensation plan. And it takes work. And we're all on our own journey, there's no judgment about where you are in your journey. I just want to say one thing, and it's something that's been coming to my like on Facebook. I see it a lot on Facebook. I've seen it, in books. I mean, it's just something that I've been seeing a lot lately, and it's just a statement. A distraction is not a distraction unless you pay attention to it. And we're all distracted by things, and the question is, do you allow it to distract you from what you really want to do? And that's the key. Don't let it distract you. Yes, sometimes life gets in the way, and you've got to handle things. If you've got kids, you've got to handle things with those kids. But you don't want it to slow you down, especially your mindset. So you got to keep working on that identity, that new identity that you want to be creating. So anybody else want to share something about the vision?
I think Miranda wants to share.
I just want to say thank you. And about a week ago, talking about miracles and positive manifestations and visualizing positive visualizations. In just the past week, 2 weeks, huge changes have taken place that I never would have even thought about even. And I'm not even, like, I literally just started. I haven't even got product yet. And I'm already here and talking to such wonderful people and hearing such amazing success stories. And it really shows me that if you actually take those steps outside of your comfort zone and look beyond what you're not normally used to, it really does open so many doors to some things that you wouldn't expect. And connecting with a friend that I connected so deeply with years ago to contact me at a point in my life where it was an extremely integral turning point in my life. And I'm coming out of a 24-year marriage. And this has been my life partner and my life person for 24 years. And I've identified as being an at-home parent. I've identified myself with being scared, having severe anxiety. I developed autoimmune diseases after my second was born. I have a lot of challenges, physical challenges, because of my lupus and thyroid disease and weird things that I'm dealing with. And it's always been like this fear that that's going to hold me back, or the fact that I've only taken care of my family. I don't have many, in the workforce skills, so to speak, except for my artistic skills and my ability to communicate with others. And I can't say enough about positive visualizations, because in the past, like I said, the past 2 weeks, there was a huge aha moment, like click in my head, a snap. It was like something went off. Something just snapped in my head where I said, I'm to the point where I qualify for welfare. I qualify for food stamps. And I told my daughter, who's Angelica, she's in this call with us, I said, I'm as desperate as I get. I'm not going to the county office. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to figure out another way. I'm going to figure out how to get out of this 24 years as identifying myself as somebody different, as finally identifying who I am, myself, being me, my own person. I'm sorry, I don't want to cry. I'm a Cancer, so I'm totally emotional wreck. But I've always identified with another partner. I've always identified as a mother, as a wife, but I've never identified okay, I'm my own independent. I have, but not in such a force to be reckoned with kind of way. You know what I mean? I feel that I'm ready. I'm so ready, like, to move on, to move up, and to move forward for myself, for my children, and for the betterment of the way the world is in, connecting with people, connecting on a positive level. about positivity and love and good things. And your guys' testaments are really inspiring, because I get very tired and very overwhelmed. And I was even overwhelmed about coming onto the call. Like, I was just like, I'm exhausted, and all I think about is divorce, and all I think about is money, and all I think about is just stress all the time. My health, I can't handle it. But I'm just like, what if I don't? What if I wouldn't have gone last week and met with Nero? What if all these things that are clicking in my head saying, do it, are just tiny, I don't remember her name, but she was saying little things. It's the little things that add up to the bigger picture. And I'm so excited. I mean, I can get there maybe slower or faster. I don't know. I'm open to anything, and I'm excited. And I just want to say thank you for sharing, and thank you for inviting me, and thank you for the universe. Like, I believe that everything totally happens for a reason. Every single bad, good, you learn from everything. You grow from so much. And I'm just thank you to all of you. I'm very grateful, and I'm excited. Really excited.
Miranda,
So thank you.
Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that with us.
Mm-mm.
And know that you're in a safe place. You're in a supportive place. Amy is an awesome leader, and between her and Nero and the rest of that team,
Mhm.
you're going to be embraced and guided, and you have everything that you need. And it's because you put it out there. You must have been praying for it.
I was like, not just praying, but like just embracing and feeling and praying, but getting all of those, because I feel like I've prayed with my complete heart, and it's coming back. And I can't keep going around, so I'm just gonna cry my eyes out. And I thank you to Nero and Amy for just really believing in me and trusting in me when even so many don't. And seeing the positivity and good faith, I'm so grateful for that. I couldn't thank you girls enough. Thank you.
Yeah. Just what you just said, praying with all your heart. That's what visualizing is. When you get right into the feeling of it,
Yeah.
it is a prayer,
It-
and so, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you, really.
So I hope for those who hadn't been convinced yet, I hope I've convinced you how important it is to do the visualization, to journal what it is that you want at that level where maybe you've never touched that place in your heart before. Put it down on paper, and then write out your affirmations. I am so happy and grateful that it's already happened. Okay. And let's all of us do that practice. It makes a difference. I've felt a shift since I started doing it, majorly. So we have a couple more minutes. Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, I want to share just as far as the visualizing and also putting the intention there. As you guys know, I've been doing the sip and sample, for months now. And of course, it's like having Lynn Hagedorn say that, before there were just one person show up, second, 0% person shows up. And so it's just to do it, because when you build it, they will come. And so last Thursday we had a sip and sample, and 27 people came. Of course, Nira brought like 8 with her, her 2 sons who are so involved as well. So it's just growing. So not to really give up on your dreams. Just plug along and have faith, right? Visualize, and really the people will show up. So it's just exciting to to educate and help and bless people's lives, really, by what we have.
Great. All right. Well, it is time. I don't want to keep anybody any longer. Let's go out there and have an amazing week. I mean, if you want to do your vision work, let's get it done. If you've got people you know you want to connect, anybody who comes to mind, it means they may be praying for you to come to them with this amazing nutrition or this amazing opportunity. So listen to that still small voice and be obedient to it. So have a blessed week. Love you guys.
Love you all.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Love you all.
Miranda.
Thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much. Much love to everyone.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.